Welcome to a quick and dirty little virtual FurSquared charity stream, and if you haven't figured out already, tech demo. I get to wear the hat of first oops so far. We have 4 panels for you all today. We have QQH, Quack Quack Honk, doing a wonderful painting. We're going to have some Otherworld stories. There will be an Iggy panel that is listed down on the live.fursquared.com page with the name I just forgot. There will be various forms of donation-related old-school ROM game playing silliness. We're going to end with libation appreciation, and then we'll be done just in time for Uncle Kage's wine stream live stream. We're doing this for Rob Hogan. You can click that GoFundMe link. You're on our page down below there. Please go check it out. If you can give, give. And if you can't, we hope the next 4 hours are entertaining and amusing for you. With that, we're going to switch over to QQH.
Hi, everyone. As you know, we are here to help Rob out. And Rob is a painter in the furry fandom. He does awesome acrylic and watercolors. And so in order to be all supportive, I am trying to do acrylics, which is, I've been practicing this week. I have the colors here that I'm going to be using. So if you downloaded the art and want to follow along, these are the colors I'm using. I'm not sponsored. These are just what I had. So first, I'm going to put on a base of yellow, partially because it'll look really good with the art colors, but partially also because this is one of the few acrylics that won't cover up my outline, and I most definitely need my outline. So we're going to get a quick and sloppy laydown of...
This is a PG stream.
We're going to quickly cover the mat board with yellow paint. And we want it very thin, because even it will eventually cover up the outline if it's not thin. Plus, it'll take too long to dry.
It's quarantine. You can't complain if it's not thin enough.
So slightly off screen here, I just have a big cup of water, which I am dipping my brushes in, which are just a generic multi-use brush. They're good for lots of things.
Are they good for basting chicken?
Probably not. I mean, maybe. But they haven't been declared food safe by the FDA. So I'd probably stick to your silicone brush there. Or your basting suction thingy.
Oh, your technical terms.
Yes. I'm really good with a technical term. You know, the thingy that goes with the thingy, that interacts with the thingy. So, if you've been to FurSquared, you've met Rob. He's always in the dealer's den. He does wonderful art. He's done Scooby-Doo and the Golden Girls, and I gave one of his prints of Stephen King's It to a friend who constantly hangs it in her house, where her wife will accidentally find it, who absolutely hates horror movies, and it is hilarity for me, probably not hilarity for her.
I like the one at the bottom of the basement stairs, though.
That was fun when she put it at the basement stairs.
Because we got texts about that one.
Yep. Much along the lines of, why did you give this to my wife? I will have vengeance. Vengeance shall be mine.
Still waiting for vengeance.
Still waiting for vengeance, but she's a librarian, and they're really good at the long game.
What you gonna do? Fine you?
I mean, maybe. She's also like 6'2".
And?
I took her to jiu-jitsu courses. She could be formidable.
What do you say? She's gonna put things up too high for you to reach?
Probably. Or at least for her wife to reach.
Well, yeah. I think she already does that. Darn, we should have suggested that for the painting. She could have just put it up near ceiling level. Then it would move. Oh, the delicacy and grace.
What delicacy and grace?
Exactly.
So I did do this sketch by hand. It didn't just print it out. But then afterwards, to get it onto this canvas board, I did this trick where I used a pencil and put it on paper and then flipped it over, put the sketch on top, and pressed it into the canvas with a piece of pointy wood.
So what you're saying is we're too cheap for carbon paper.
You know, carbon paper is just a horrible waste to keep around. So yeah, I made my own carbon paper. Plus, I didn't just have it already.
Suppose you could have tried to use the checkbook. Just very small pieces at a time.
I accidentally get sensitive bank information out of the art. You'd be so thrilled.
I'm more worried about the fact that we'd write checks and then find out you stole the carbon out from it.
Well, that too.
You know.
So.
Okay, so we're going to stick with yellow, huh?
Yellow's the background.
Oh, we're not going to leave him as yellow, too? He's so cheerful. Unfortunately, the gray covers up your lines.
It does. That's, you know, kind of the point. Quite enough. Of course, I'm also getting it out a little bit too thin there. But as we described earlier, this isn't supposed to be, you know, paint really well with quack quack conk. I use markers. It'd be a completely different medium if we were doing it well.
Uh-huh. Maybe we should have done sculpture while we're at it.
No, that takes way too long.
No, you can do the oil paints, the really thick ones where you just sculpt the paint with a little palette knife.
Oh dear God, no. I will burn down the house. We have discussed this. I don't do oil paints. I will accidentally blow up our house. Yes, that is a thing. You can blow up your house with oil paints.
Just because they can auto-ignite.
Yes. So if you store your wastewater for your oil paints, because you can't dump them down the drain, if you store it in, like, say, your storage closet where your heater is and your water, you know, your water heater and all that good stuff comes into the house, you can blow up your house.
I think you're picking up your yellow.
I am picking up my yellow, which is why I was trying to put more, because I didn't get a chance to let it, like, really well dry.
Yeah, but before you go over it again, I think you'll just keep picking up your yellow.
I should blow on it, see if I can get it drier.
Should have brought a hairdryer, I guess.
I mean, I think we have one.
I know we have a hairdryer, I just didn't get it ready for this.
Neither did I.
I don't think anybody really wants to listen to you run a hairdryer in their headphones either.
That's kind of the bigger problem, honestly, because I do have a little heater device for drying stuff in my kit down there, but A, I have caught things on fire with it accidentally. So I don't use it. And B, it's loud.
Yes, fire bad.
I mean, fire in your art studio bad. sometimes fire good.
If we were going to do this outside, you should have let me know ahead of time.
Oh no.
We totally should have done that.
Not now. It's raining sleet.
And we could have set you up a little, umbrella over your artwork. You could have painted en plein, or whatever it is.
I have no idea what that means.
Well, remember there was that whole plein air class that, you didn't want to go do in Colorado? Where you could stay outside for, 4 weeks and paint the scenery?
No. Me and outdoors are not friends. Like, we are passing acquaintances at best.
I don't know. Seems like you could have learned a lot about painting with squirrels or something.
Does Colorado have a lot of squirrels? I mean, no, yes, they do, because they got the plague this year.
Yeah.
Like, not the COVID plague, they got the actual plague.
Into everyone's life, a little bubonic plague must fall.
I mean, at least it's curable now. Which I find is a surprising fact most people don't know.
What, that you can cure the bubonic plague?
Yes.
I think most people would just be concerned enough to know that, people still get the bubonic plague every year.
Yeah, but it's curable now.
Yeah, true.
You don't have to worry about it. It goes away. I mean, not on its own. You have to seek medical help, but
Shouldn't we be talking something about art? Not the bubonic plague?
Maybe. But it's hard to explain, about an art form I'm not horribly familiar with. I'm very familiar with the plague. Rob does this wonderfully. I have watched him. He does panels at conventions where he goes over doing art, and I've watched him at his booth doing this. And he does wonderful stuff with this. And
this is your pop quiz to show how much you were paying attention?
No, this was my ode to Rob getting better.
Mm.
I want him to get better, but unfortunately, better in America is expensive. And there are going to be many hospital bills and doctor appointments and stuff still to come. And so we really need to do our best to support him and raise as much as you can, because artists in the fandom, some people manage to make a living on art, but it's hard, and it does not come with good health insurance. So if we could smash that GoFundMe goal, he will definitely probably need even more than they've set up to cover all the expenses in getting better.
Yes, especially considering it's all out of network so far.
Yep.
So for those of you who have learned the scary phrase of out of network, you'll understand why we all really want to raise a lot for him. Because those are scary words when the bill comes.
Yep. And there are ways to get on insurance to make them cover some of those things, but they're not easy. They take a lot of arguing and yelling, and when you're trying to get better, arguing and yelling is not conducive to healing and health. So, which I think is the kind of especially why they do it, but.
Could be.
So if we could help him out, that would be wonderful, guys, because I mean, he's not just at FurSquared. You've probably seen him at MFF, and I've seen him at a lot of places. He does Motor City Comic Con. Usually, I don't think he does MCFC, but he does, like, he's at a convention almost every week. And he really works hard so that all y'all have, like, fun stuff to look at and panels to go to. And so.
Yeah, he's always given a lot back to the community.
Yep. Do we have any questions from people?
Sadly, no questions in terms of chat on this.
Oh.
Didn't have time to set up chat.
Oh, okay.
So instead, you'll just have to entertain them on your own. Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha. I haven't done much this year because I've been sitting at home like a good little artist and not doing anything. But hopefully that'll be changing soon. I know we don't quite yet have who's participating at MFF. I put in for panels there, so maybe you might see me. And I put in panels for at least one panel for FurSquared.
You're right. We really have to save you painting outside for MFF.
No.
Come on. It's like, the end of December.
No.
You can keep your paints warm with your body heat.
No.
What's the Icy Artist Challenge? Huh?
I have already sold art in December outside in the snow. And it doesn't even look like we're going to have a lot of good snow.
Yeah.
I mean, not right now, at least. Right now, we're getting slush.
There are no snow days as an artist.
No, but snow's way better than slush. So... right now I have a nice... oops, I forgot his hand.
Got his hand. He's sideways.
Well, yes, so I can get to his hand without putting my hand in wet paint.
How do you like this supposed to float over the canvas?
I'm not good
like
at
butterfly.
That. That's why I use markers. And...
sure there must be some quick dry stuff you could add into this.
I'm sure there is.
Kerosene, jet fuel, something like that.
No.
What? That's how you get things to set up in the winter if you're painting outside, is you add a more flammable solvent to it.
That's nifty. Must we revisit the I will burn down the house?
Mm.
So
that's why we're back to painting outside. Huh? Safety first.
I'm taking a little bit of white paint and adding it to some gray because there are small touches here on him that are slightly lighter normally. Like a little ball there. I mean, I did take a watercolor class this summer. Of course, watercolors and acrylics are like apples and oranges. They're both fruit, but neither one of them are.
Acrylic paints are fruit? No wonder people keep drinking their paint water.
They're the same category. They're not fruit. Yes, if you're ever painting, do not.
Can you repeat the question again? Ooh, if money wasn't an issue, what art medium would you work in?
Oh, if money wasn't an issue, I would stick with the Copics I like to use. I really love Copics, and they're already one of the most expensive things. I would try more mediums that I've never tried before, if money was not an issue.
You wouldn't work with like gold, and then like
No,
maybe sweep up the shavings and some on the side.
No. The same reason I wouldn't eat gold.
Because you don't like sparkle poop?
I don't like sparkle poop is a good reason, but no. Sparkle poop is not fun.
I don't know. Have you tried it?
Yes, I have had sparkle poops. I drank that one.
Oh yeah, the stupid
the alcohol with the glitter in it.
At least you remembered it had glitter in it.
Yes, there was not a surprise sparkle poop. That would be worse.
Somebody suddenly go, "Oh no, I've turned into a unicorn."
What will I do? Grant wishes. I imagine if you got drunk only on sparkling wine, I mean sparkling alcohol, the glitter alcohol, and you like manage to actually throw up glitter. That would be horrible. I am very glad. I am not a huge fan of getting really drunk.
I mean, come on, we grew up in the age of Goldschlager.
I mean, that's still a thing. It's not like it went away. We just stopped drinking it. I bet you there are people out there who still really enjoy Goldschlager.
Oh, that's a point. Okay, we grew up in the age when they put, hard candy inside the nice breakable glass bottle.
I think they still do that.
I thought they banned that for a while.
I don't think it's gone, though. I think you can still get the rock candy at the bottom of the cinnamon fireball drink.
I don't think it comes in the bottle, though.
I hope not. That was just stupid. People would drink the entire bottle, get really drunk, and then break the bottle to pick out the rock candy? Alcoholic rock candy, except for you're really drunk. How is this a good idea? So I'm glad. I'd be really glad if that's gone. Someone who drinks, let me know if that's gone. Because I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't see why not.
Because eating glass is bad, and telling the difference between rock candy and glass is hard.
Yeah, but I mean, what else are you supposed to do?
Not eat glass rock candy, that's what.
But that's how you get into that guy that ate like that whole plane. I mean, you got to start somewhere.
No, I don't think that's a good idea either.
Eating planes?
Eating planes. Seems like a really bad idea. So you notice there's like a speech bubble there? I probably won't actually get to filling that in. And I also didn't put the words in there on purpose. So if you are coloring along, you can decide what to put there. But my basic idea had been to write, like, insurance can kiss my shiny metal ...
Oh, you were going to stay PG. That's so cute.
I was. I mean, it's 1 Eastern, noon Central. I mean, I don't want to, like, alienate anyone. Plus, most of my stuff is safe for work. It's kind of my gig, safe for work.
I suppose that is true.
You know. So yes, I thought Rob would really much appreciate at this point in time the sentiment behind insurance companies can kiss my shiny metal.
No.
I mean, I can get behind it. Universal healthcare for all. Because, you know, that way no one would have to do a GoFundMe to, like, not die.
But it's our biggest insurer at the moment. I still love that video from College Humor with the CEO of GoFundMe finding out that his platform is being used for healthcare. He's like, no.
Yeah. I mean, it would be really, really nice to, like, just be able to, like, go to a doctor and not go, so, by the way, are you covered? Like, or not have to worry in the hospital if you could afford to be there. Because I know that is one of the things Rob was thinking about during his time was, how am I paying for this? Which, I mean, really stinks. You shouldn't have to think about that. You should think about, like, getting better.
By the way, we're just up onto the halfway mark.
Oh, good. I'm not, like, horribly... I was, like, worried. And normally, I would actually have paper towel here, but apparently I forgot to grab it.
Yeah, paper towel. Right over there.
Oh! Yay! Okay,
right
I just didn't see it.
Well, I guess you can't be trusted with tall beverages. I don't know.
It's behind my beverage.
That's what I said.
Yes. But I was gonna say, like, I'm drinking a nice cranberry and airborne cocktail, but it's not actually, it's a kitty cocktail. It's not alcoholic.
Which is so sad. Here's your chance for a good quarantini on stream.
I never, I don't think I've ever drank on stream.
Gasp.
Or on stage.
I wonder if you could have scratched in the lines.
In what way?
So, you know, you could see their outlines through the paint.
I mean, maybe, but you'd probably damage the canvas.
Canvas is a pretty loose term here, I think.
I mean, it's technically canvas.
Is it?
Yeah. It's canvas stretched over board instead of stretched over...
Is there actual canvas involved, or is this, you know, the Naga hide of canvas?
Let's see. It doesn't say. But it feels like canvas. It's, you know, the cheap canvas you buy for kids. Because I didn't want to use expensive canvas to draw on stuff when I don't actually particularly know how to draw. I mean, with acrylic.
Is the goal to use all the brushes?
Totally the goal is to use every single brush I have in this house, so we'll be here for the next 5 hours while I continue to find all the brushes. I might have to unwrap some Christmas presents, but that's okay, they're brushes. We still have time to order more.
You know, you look away from the chat for a minute, and, you know, people ask questions like, you know, wait, back up, a guy ate a plane?
Yes! There's a Guinness Book of World Records holder. He ate an entire plane over the period of a while. It's a good period, a while. But I don't remember how long it took him.
I don't remember. I just remember he's French.
Yes. And then several other people did things like eating a place, like an entire set of silverware and all the dishes and stuff. It's not a good idea. Don't do it. I don't know how that works out.
It's an odd career choice, that's for sure.
Yes. I don't know the gastrointestinal science behind eating a plane. I know it's like you have to have this medical condition to not die in the first place, so he has some medical anomaly.
Mm-hmm. So if you could be an artist in any time period, what would it be?
The future.
Not too happy with the present?
Present or the past.
Well,
I mean, in the past, artists died horribly of like mercury poisoning, arsenic, and stuff like that because they made all their own paints. And like Mad Hatter is a condition from mercury poisoning. So I'm good without finding out about how cobalt is actually radioactive. And if you drink your paint while working with cobalt, you could die. This is another reason why I don't work with oil paints. I would drink my paint or something. And
yes, it's one of the reasons the paint cup is never the same as any cup in this house.
yes, my paint cup, it's very adorable. It was given to me by Dixie Lioness's kids at FurSquared this year. And I am very happy with it. It stays on my desk all the time, and I use it to not drink paint water. So they help keep me alive.
And if you could do art for any celebrity, who would it be?
John Oliver.
Well, just because of the rat painting?
Because of the rat painting. I mean, I wouldn't draw the rat painting or it'd still be, but he appreciates it.
True, he appreciates it multiple thousands of dollars to charity, which is really what, we ask for in life, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, most of what I do, like most of the money I take in from the art ends up going to a charity. I bet you if you compared my income to the amount we give to charity, it's about similar.
I don't know. I don't really count the pieces that you donate to charity auctions and stuff, so I don't keep track.
We don't keep track, no, because tax-wise, it wasn't worth it. It was easier to write off.
I just don't even want to keep track of, it's too hard. Normally, I'm, doing something around the convention when there are charity auctions.
True. Usually, a really nice friend will come to the table and watch it for me so I can go and watch the charity auction because it is one of my favorite things.
Now, in terms of charity auctions, I think Rob's the winner.
Oh, yes. He might not be. I think he's in second place because the guy who does the photoshopping.
The one piece keeps coming back every year.
True, and they add. He's very close to the top, if he isn't the top.
Well, he certainly has the best piece, because that's been through the charity auction every year at FurSquared.
Yes.
For, good amounts. So even if some of the other ones might go for higher in one time, they don't come back.
True, there's not a lot of repeat.
Which makes me worried about them sometimes.
Yeah. But, honestly, I've never been subject of one of them, so I don't have to worry. I probably just cursed myself, didn't I?
I feel like you did, but, hopefully the people that do that sort of thing are busy. So what would you want to paint for John Oliver?
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't want to do rats because that's been done. I don't know. I mean, I would take commissions. It would be like whatever he wanted that was safe for work. And not just safe for his work.
You think the void has different standards?
I do. Mm-hmm. I do think yelling into the void has different standards than other things. I do like to keep it so that if for some reason a youngin is by my table, they don't accidentally see something they really shouldn't see.
Youngin. Suddenly getting all southern over there.
Okay, a child under the age of consent.
That's boring.
I mean, not that I keep myself to those standards at home. Wink, wink, nod, nod, nudge, nudge, nod, nod, what all those good things. Closed doors and whatnot.
So, other than him, any celebrities?
Like, what are we defining celebrity as?
I suppose that is the problem.
I really love Weird Al. That would be fun to get to talk to Weird Al to take a commission to do art for him.
I wonder what Weird Al would want for art other than art of himself.
I don't know.
I think most of his album covers have him on it some way. So.
Yeah, but...
What animal would Weird Al be? Platypus, you think?
That'd be fun. I bet he'd be a good platypus. Especially since the male platypus is venomous.
And they fluoresce.
Yep. Ooh, that'd be a good use of my glow-in-the-dark paint.
To make a fluorescing Weird Al.
A fluorescing Weird Al. It'd be a lot of fun.
So what are you going to do if you finish them up before the time's up?
I don't know. I highly doubt that's going to be possible.
What if I told you there are only 5 minutes left?
And this is a very not finished piece of...
I don't know. This is less amusing for me than harassing you when you're doing speed paintings.
I mean, it's still a speed painting. Quite literally.
That speed is sloth?
Going as fast as I can.
Like I said, that speed is sloth.
Well, yeah, I am a sloth, so you know. That is one of my favorite animals, the sloth.
Iggy says that his beard is not safe for work.
Well, yes, it cannot be contained in a mask currently. Ooh, I saw this really cool mask that they're putting out that's supposed to contain enough cloth to hold your beard.
Yes, it had a big beard pocket.
Yep. Which I thought was kind of cool. I mean, I don't have a beard. I work very hard to pluck those hairs.
Wasting an opportunity.
I'm a woman of a certain age. Well, I am a person of a certain age.
I'm just saying, mustaches command respect.
I don't think it's the same.
I don't know if you had a nice little twirly mustache.
I imagine it would itch. I've never wanted a mustache or a beard. I mean, I'm too lazy for most things.
Did you have your morning coffee?
Yes.
Excellent.
The scribbly line here, so I'm trying to put a really fine line on it and not succeeding.
You need to flatten your hair, by the way. You have a wisp in the front that's getting in the camera. There we go. It was right over top of your line, so I'm watching you, and I look up at the camera, and all it is just this strand of hair right in the camera.
I'm sorry. I tried to pull it back.
Yeah. But, your sentient hair in its attempt to, ruin things.
It hasn't killed you this year.
I actually did wake up with it trying to sneak up my nose. So.
I'm sorry. My hair is sentient and tries to kill my husband in its sleep.
I'm sure it has reasons. I'll just have to cut it again.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out if I can wait out the vaccine trials to get a real haircut.
I got the hedge trimmer.
No, you have real... We bought real things to trim hair.
Yes, but those are less fun.
I have haircut trauma. You've seen the pictures.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about the German folktale about thumb sucking.
Oh, the one where the kid doesn't listen and his mom said that someone will come and cut off his thumb if he sucks on his thumb, and then someone comes and cuts off his thumb?
Yeah, with scissors.
Yep.
I feel like that's the sort of haircut trauma that you're going for there. Like, if you're going to say you have haircut trauma, you need, like, a real story behind it. Like,
it's not bad enough that I got a perm at Fantastic Sam's in the 80s.
No, it's also not bad enough that that woman layered your hair into steps.
Oh, the side mullet was so bad.
The side mullet.
So a reminder, we are here today to raise money for Rob's medical expenses. So if you could pop over to the GoFundMe if you have even just like $1 to give, pocket change, whatever you can afford. It is the holidays. We understand budgets and all that kind of things. But if you do have it, please help him out.
If you don't, just spread the word.
Yeah. Retweet it. There's several more hours of events today that people can come watch and, enjoy, even if you can't afford it. These things aren't just for people who can afford it. Otherwise, they'd be one of those expensive plate charity dinners for lobbyists or something.
What's the point of a dinner with a $10,000, plate thing if you can't take home the plate? They're such weirdos.
And the food can't possibly be that good.
I don't know. There's that place across from MFF that supposedly had the gold.
Yeah, but it doesn't add any flavor or taste. Maybe some texture. And then you just pass it.
I think it was just entirely so people could, Instagram it. I almost felt like we should get a bunch of people together just to order it and take pictures in front of it. I don't think any of us wanted to eat it.
No. And also, you have to order it 3 days in advance or something stupid like that. You can't just
Well, yeah, they have to go out and get the gold to sprinkle over the table and in the food.
Waste.
Yeah.
I'd probably be allergic to it.
It's gold. It should be biocompatible.
Should be. You can be allergic to anything. You can be allergic to water. I'm not, thankfully.
No, you just,
don't like drinking it.
You and Kage.
And Pandez. Pandez also doesn't like drinking water.
Well, yeah, but I was thinking Kage's, version of why he doesn't is the same one you tend to go with.
Well, no, I mean, it's not that I don't actually believe that one. I just don't like the way it tastes. I just like using it because I find it amusing. Like, when you tell people that you don't like the flavor of water, they look at you really weird. Water has a flavor.
Oh no, what movie was it where they were doing the water has memory?
Oh dear God. No, that was Frozen 2.
Oh yes.
I enjoy the Frozen movies. I know I'm probably in the minority, but I enjoy them. But when they started talking about how the water remembers, I started screaming inside. Does not remember. Does not have a brain.
Well, I mean, I'd love to see people try and make it do tricks or something. Trying to jump through a hoop.
I mean, she could, so I guess in cartoon world, maybe.
You have 13 minutes left.
Ooh, I'm doing pretty good. I mean, time.
I'm not commenting about anything else. I have to sleep here.
And considering this week was the second time I've cracked open the paints.
Very sad.
I did 3 pieces this week, though, to try to, catch up.
Well, what are you going to do with the one brush that's left?
I don't need that brush, I don't think. I already used that brush. It's just sitting over to the left. It's been used.
Used and discarded. So sad.
It put on the yellow.
So you did use every brush you had?
No, I had every brush I had out, which was just good planning.
Having spares would be poor planning? Is that what you're telling me?
I mean, they clutter up my space, maybe. I mean, if it's possible to make it more cluttered than it actually is, which is pretty darn cluttered right now. I got like 4 projects sitting on this counter space.
Less counting, more painting. Oh, it's a good thing that you don't have the camera up for your face.
What, you think it looks poor when I blow raspberries at you? The sign of affection. Shows you how much I love you.
I unfortunately don't have real raspberries. That'd be messy.
No, and as one of the YouTubers I like to watch has proven, painting with food is really just not that. Like, you have to add them into mediums and stuff. You can't just paint with a raspberry. It'll leave a mark. But it may not necessarily be one you want to see.
I think you could probably paint with it if you were going to let it mold.
Ew. No.
Well, no, there was that Petri dish art they did.
Yeah, but gross. Like, I can appreciate that in theory, but not in my house. I would never discover penicillin.
But, come on, you have to, try new mediums, right?
I will let other people discover the mediums, and then I will use them.
So you're going to work on discovering the extra larges?
What do you mean extra larges?
Well, I think MLW has the small market all, taken up. So.
I love her work. She's good. We have lots of her stuff. We have a wall of MLW over there.
The best part is you couldn't see that she's in the chat.
Nope, I have absolutely no idea who's where.
Haha.
Truthful opinions. Although honestly, I'm really just not into lying, so you get truthful opinions no matter what. If they're really polite, they may not be 100%, but...
Are you straightening up your line work?
I'm filling in the yellow spots coming through the gray, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've just got a little... I got out some silver here, so I can, like... I don't know if I should... No, I shouldn't. I will ruin that.
9 minutes to go. What were you thinking of doing with silver?
Adding some highlights.
I don't think so.
Yeah, exactly.
Not in that amount of time. You maybe could paint the text box.
Well, that's what I'm just going to add. You know, I should add a different color for the text box. I don't think I'm going to add the text, but...
Yeah, but you can do it in the white.
Yep.
Why is our power being so weird?
I was thinking because it's sleeting outside. I told you it's being...
It only goes out normally on, like, perfectly beautiful days.
The at-at's head is full of water. That's why it doesn't want to stand up right now. I had to squeeze the water out of the at-at's head outside.
I think we'll just leave that statement just so people can wonder what on earth you're talking about. Don't tell them. Just let them wonder about squeezing the water out of an at-at's head. No. Mm-mm.
Also, the unicorn's hair was full of water, and I had to squeeze it out of that, too.
Damn unicorns.
Yep. So yes, a nice reminder as we're coming towards the close to make sure to spread the word that the GoFundMe. If you can't afford to donate, just put out the word so maybe someone else who didn't know that Rob wasn't doing great might come and help out, because we all need help from time to time. And, it's nice when friends and loved ones can be there for you to help you out. That's too small a brush. Go back to the yellow brush as I get yellow paint all over my hand. What?
I was thinking it's not quite, the Bob Ross smack the heck out of the brush against the canvas thing, but, I guess it works.
It's also not turpentine. Also, I think you'd get really mad at me if I got turpentine and paint all over this room.
Your office.
I think you'd still get mad at me.
I think you get mad about cleaning it up, but,
Exactly. You'd make me clean it up.
Well, yes, eventually.
I wonder if Bob Ross ever actually cleaned up his studio.
I wonder if that's where it's good to have staff, like on the cooking shows. Like, we've used 35 pots and pans today.
Yeah.
I guess we're done.
Because we don't have any more pots and pans.
I'm going to sit down and enjoy this great food I just made. I just see his staff just sitting there, washing knives, looking at him. Yeah, good food, huh?
Remember those 5 other additions you made so you could show the steps along the way? You better finish those up and feed us, too.
Do you want it after it's been sitting out long enough for cameras? I don't know.
I don't know. Actually, half the time those are actually Play-Doh, so...
Play-Doh.
I mean, at least it's not toxic.
5 minutes left. Can you finish an eighth of the box? Dun, dun, dun.
I hope so.
Otherwise, I would have had to get you the spray paint versions of this.
I've never used spray paint. I'm kind of afraid. That would definitely be an outside thing.
Woohoo! Do your stream.
No! Hey, I am 100% sure that spray paints act differently when they're frozen.
What, you have to sing at them? Or do you have to wear an Elsa dress?
Probably have to get a teenage person to dance around and sing. Bring on the I don't know. Elsa's not very old. I'm too old to be Elsa. I can be the evil stepmother.
You haven't done an evil stepmother yet, I don't think. I suppose it's probably for Frozen 3.
No, both their parents died. They can't have a stepmother. Disney kills off families more than anything else.
There's no story if you don't kill the parents.
Oh, no, Rapunzel.
Okay, steal them?
Both of their parents, her parents were still alive. She was just stolen from them. What about the Swiss Family Robinson? Were they alive with their parents, or did they die in the shipwreck?
I didn't make it through Ursula's rereading of that.
I don't think I ever read it. I think I watched the show.
I may have watched some of the show, but I don't think so. Not that much. I tried to get through Ursula's rereading of it, because...
She's funny?
Well, I mean, it's not that interesting to me, but, yeah. Never made it.
And that says something, because Ursula's hilarious. We're talking about Ursula Vernon. She writes books. They're very good. And she has a funny Twitter feed.
Well, less than 3 minutes. Still see some black of that outline.
I swear I'm going to throw something.
As long as I get to pick the direction, I'm fine with that.
Oh, I thought you missed the implied at you.
Oh, I got the implied at me, but you didn't specify, so I get to pick, right?
Nope. That was also not specified. Why am I blowing at the paint tray? Maybe blowing at the art.
All right, it is time for you to wrap it up.
Okay.
Because you have less than 2 minutes. Dun, dun, dun.
So, if you've gotten to this point here, I was hoping to add on an outline. I may still do that here. But you can, enjoy the fact that you actually finished Bender. And you can choose what to put in the text box if you desire. I still like the idea of Insurance Can Kiss My Shiny Metal and just stop in there because we all know how it finishes. I don't need to say it.
And the sketch you did is up on your website.
Yes. So if you choose to do one while watching this, you can still download it. I don't know if we've recorded it and it'll be available later. Have we?
No.
No, we didn't record it. So unless FurSquared recorded it, it probably won't be available later. I'm sure they will say later whether they have it or not. But I have enjoyed painting with acrylics, even though I just got my text box really sloppy there. And I hope you've enjoyed it. And that we will smash that goal for Rob's GoFundMe.
Yep. And it is time for you to go, so we can flip over to a video where they can see Rob in action.
Thank you very much. This has been Quack Quack Honk signing off, and enjoy the next panel.
Rob, would you step forward and tell everyone you're recording? You were all my minions. And he thought I didn't see him in that cardboard box. Remember, son, pull the cord before he hit the ground. Let's go. I stuck my bubble gum on his fursuit. But he was so good at yoga, and even though he only had one leg, he was able to balance for such a very, very, very long time.
So, since it's been established you're going to die, what's your will?
Oh boy. Remember when, oh god, that's when the aliens came by and we had, crutch bosom attack us? Oh boy.
What's going on the far left side of this picture?
The far left side? We're trying to ignore the far left side.
Hello.
Hi.
Hold on a second, I'm concentrating. You're good.
Okay. Thought you were doing the Vulcan high five. Oh my goodness, don't come in and chips and dip. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm good. Pretty good. Very good.
Good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You're good. Kinda good.
How's he?
Getting a blank right now.
I don't want to turn the page.
And begin.
So we trained the staff, we bought the supplies, we got awesome costumes. All we need for this house is a name. How about KK Bang Bang?
New line.
How about Squirrely Furly?
New line.
How about let's just all fuck?
Silver Gattoman, he bought me a coffee. Silver Gattoman, here is the song for thee. He likes to video all the panels at the cons. You should go and watch them whether they are short or long. Silver Gattoman, you video that's not a jibe. All of you go to his YouTube channel and like and subscribe.